Listen, screw what Steph is so cold told you. He lied to you. Screw what AMS told you. He lied to you. Screw what game guy Goldie is telling you. He gonna send you to jail. Yeah, he gonna send you to jail. Screw what Pimpin' Ken told you. Why is he not in jail? Bars. I said screw what game guy Goldie gonna tell you. He gonna send you to jail. Screw what Pimpin' Ken told you. Why is he not in jail? Bars. You guys do not understand where chivalry even originated. It was the code of conduct for all the medieval knights. They were such strong men. They believed they should protect women, protect children, and protect the weak. The alpha male is a fake bully. He been hurt before. See Stephen So Cold's story, he got cheated on by a wolf. A female wolf cheated on him. So his job is to turn all the other dudes evil and make sure they got low self-esteem just like him. Because misery loves company. I repeat, because misery loves company. Let's see what kills chivalry. Guys wanting to fit in with the alpha male who is literally a created character. A literal created character. The alpha male is a created character. He doesn't hold doors open. If the alpha male was to get with my sister and put his hands on my sister, I would straight send the alpha male to the 3rd floor of heaven. Not the 1st or the 2nd, the 3rd floor of heaven. I would send the alpha male. At the end of the day, dudes, they'll just fight they sister boyfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up. Ain't no fighting. I'm going medieval. It's gonna put a hole through you. At the end of the day, you wanna act like a female with holes? Bet, I'm gonna put a... Damn. That's what you get for talking trash. At the end of the day, I don't know what that was. But back to what I was talking about. See, I don't care about validation. At least I ran from a real stepper. A wasp. A wasp is a real stepper. When it's coming through, it's stinging everything in sight. I don't care what nobody talking about. But now, let's get to what I was talking about. Look at the outside. They not gonna get here. Because, listen, at the end of the day, they gonna put their hands on a woman. And then they gonna get a record. They not gonna be able to come here. At the end of the day, listen. Forget all of that 1930s, 1940s, 1950s stuff. Horny men killed chivalry. Yep. All horny men, they killed chivalry. They don't want to hold the door unless they can get the sloppy in return. They don't want to hold the door open for a woman unless they can get the coochie to squirt and hit the ceiling in return. Listen, the knights did not create chivalry so they can get laid. The knights created chivalry so they can protect women. Because they were so strong, just slicing dudes' heads off in medieval wars. They said, listen, a code of conduct, listen, women are off limits. Do not treat them like how we treating these dudes in the war zone, on a battlefield. Do not treat children how we treating these dudes on a battlefield. Do not treat the weak how we treating these dudes on a battlefield. Because back then in medieval times, if you on that battlefield, you strong. You have strength. So you are the strong. At the end of the day, you are physically stronger than a female. There's no reason you should be hitting women under no circumstances. At the end of the day, a lot of these women be doing dudes wrong, but guess who picked them? The dude. Guess who walked up and wanted the number? The dude. Guess who walked up and wanted to smash her? The dude. Women are entrepreneurs now. Stephen So Cold does not believe in protecting the weak. He does not believe in protecting women. They got to be a 75 out of 10 for most dudes to hold the door open because they want something in return. Listen, Once you an introvert, once you 10 toes down, once you a real life warrior and you really on the front lines, see, we really on the front lines. We do not have a spirit of fear. They feel like if they hold the door open, they're going to get laughed at by they friends. Cut your friends off. That's the reason you not getting the C8. That's what's holding you back from dropping content. Listen, especially in cities like Cleveland, Ohio, if you got friends, oh, you about to get set up. I'll give it a few years. Listen, they ain't going to do it right away. They got to build up the trust. They going to set you up. At the end of the day, dudes from cities like St. Louis and Chicago, and they got friends. Listen, women aren't even used to dudes walking around solo dolo. Only the warriors, the frontline soldiers, are walking around solo dolo. All these other dudes, they need somebody else. They don't love themselves. At the end of the day, they feel like, oh, the black woman don't respect us. We not holding doors open for them. Listen, I don't care what they feel like. I am not a color. I am an individual. So since I'm an individual, I hold all the doors open. I hold all the doors open for children. I hold all the doors open for all females. I even hold doors open for dudes who are out of shape. And I know better. Dudes who are out of shape, they got straight bad attitudes and they don't even love themselves. But I still hold doors open. I'm a professional door opener. I repeat, I'm a professional door opener for females, children, and the weak. At the end of the day, you got to understand. All these dudes feel like if she not letting me hit it, I'm not doing nothing. I'm never, in the words of Dr. Umar, never. Well, listen, in the words in Dr. Umar voice, a woman should never hold the door open. Never. If it's a man around, a woman should never hold her own door. At the end of the day, because we are the warriors. We are the warriors. We on the front lines. It's not about the cat, bro. It's not about, oh, could you get her? You ain't smashing her though. Those are your egotistic, weak friends. Those are the no, not the weak. Those are the evil. These dudes out here are evil. I told you, all these dudes turned into Agent Smith. All of these dudes want to grow up and be the alpha male. That's their whole goal. They want to grow up and smash women's insides and leave them. Soon as they ready to cut the umbilical cord, they not signing a birth certificate. Bro, my dad didn't even want to sign a birth certificate. And look where I ended up, in a penthouse. I'm not here for no sad sob story. I don't care if your dad said he was going to go get some cereal and never came back for 20 years. What's your excuse to not hold doors open? Because your dad didn't do it? Your dad got a rotation, so he ain't do it just because he got a rotation, just because he don't love himself and he don't love women, so he got to use women. Listen, stop trying to use women to bust. I repeat, stop trying to use women to bust. Never, in the words of Dr. Umar, never. Stop using women to bust. Use the Corvette C8. Use the Mopars to get to the Uruses. Use the Urus to create content. Use the Mopars to create content. Use these C8s, these ZR1s, and these brand new Hot Wheel Corvettes if you can afford it. Use them to create content, then use those cars to get to the Wraiths. Use the Wraiths to get to the Maybachs. Use the Maybachs to get to the Bugattis. We can use the cars instead of trying to, oh, we gotta use women because they might use us in return. Man, screw that. Be single. This is American soil. You losing regardless. But at the end of the day, if you are a strong warrior and you bring back chivalry, listen, it's not going to start with the woman because God said you are the head and not the tail. So since the Bible said you are the head and not the tail, what does that tell you? Women ain't just going to get in line. It's not even about them getting in line. You got to know your place. What is your place? What is your role? At the end of the day, are you a warrior? If you, just because you got nuts between your legs, that don't mean you letting them hang. I repeat, just because you got nuts between your legs, that doesn't mean you letting them hang. Just because you got nuts between your legs doesn't mean you don't move in fear. It doesn't mean that you really on a battlefield. At the end of the day, if you a frontline warrior, you believe in chivalry. And we the frontline warriors. We the only dudes in society. We probably the 1% that believe in chivalry. At the end of the day, when I go get my wife overseas, I don't care if they're trained. I don't care what they're trained to do to accept the dude who make 30 to 40,000. Listen, I'm bringing Bugattis over there. She get a pink Bugatti. She get a pink Lambo. I'm holding doors open for my wife over there too. It ain't changing. I don't change no matter what country I go to. If I get an Asian Miss Ling Ling from Thailand or the Philippines, bars, and I'm not even a rapper. I'm holding the doors open. I'm not about to treat her like a slavery. Oh yeah, she do whatever I tell her. I tell her to go get that door, she go get that door. Man, screw that. I am not evil. I am a warrior. I am God's soldier. I repeat, I am God's soldier. At the end of the day, since I'm God's soldier, I believe in chivalry. I protect the weak. I protect children. And I protect women. At the end of the day, since I do that, what do you think Jesus did? Do you think Jesus didn't hold doors open for women? You think Jesus said, F these BITCHs? No, he didn't use a woman to bust. He kept his seed. He kept his masculinity. And all he did was defend the weak. That's all he did. He set the example. The king of the kings. Listen, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.